Imagine you walk into a room. The lights are warm. The music is low. You see a face you know, someone you call a friend, a colleague, or an acquaintance. They smile. They wave. They say your name. But something is off. The air around them feels heavy, like a storm that hasn't broken yet. You feel a sudden, sharp prick of anxiety in your chest. You can't explain it. You can't prove it. But you know, the truth is, we are all walking radars. We pick up on frequencies that the human eye can't always see. You felt this before. You felt the ghost of a cold shoulder in a crowded room. You felt the silence that speaks louder than words. You're not being paranoid. You're being perceptive. Listen to me carefully. Social life is a game of masks. Most people are too polite to tell you they don't like you. They don't want the conflict. They don't want the drama. So they hide it. But the human psyche is a leaky vessel. No matter how hard someone tries to hide their disdain, it seeps out through the cracks of their behavior. Think about the way they look at you. Not the long stares, but the micro movements. You tell a story. You share a win. They smile. But look at their eyes. Do the corners crinkle? Or is it just the mouth moving? A fake smile is a physical lie. It's a mechanical reaction, not an emotional one. If the eyes stay cold while the teeth are showing, you aren't looking at a friend. You are looking at a mask. But it goes deeper than a smile. Watch their body when you enter their space. We naturally lean toward things we like and away from things we don't. It's primal. If you notice that every time you sit down, they subtly shift their chair or angle their feet toward the door, they are subconsciously plotting their escape. They are building a wall with their own bones. They might cross their arms, not because they are cold, but because they are closing the gates to their kingdom. You are an intruder. Read that again. You are not imagining the distance. You are observing a boundary they haven't had the courage to voice. Then, there is the rhythm of the conversation. Have you ever noticed how some people make you feel like a burden just for speaking? You ask a question. They give a one-word answer. You share an idea. They give a short, sharp nod and change the subject. They aren't busy. They aren't just tired. They are starving you of engagement. They are trying to make the interaction so dry, so dull, and so uncomfortable that you eventually stop trying. It is a slow, quiet freezing out. Here is the truth. People who secretly dislike you will often become selectively forgetful. They forget your birthday. They forget the big project you were working on. They forget that you told them you were allergic to peanuts. This isn't bad memory. It's a lack of priority. We remember what we value. If you find yourself constantly reintroducing your life to someone who should already know it, they have already erased you from their mental map. They aren't losing their memory. They are losing their interest. Now, consider the backhanded compliment. The person who says, "I love how you just wear anything," or "It's so brave how you don't care what people think." It feels like praise, but it tastes like poison. This is the weapon of the passive-aggressive. They want to hit you, but they want to keep their hands clean. They want to see you flinch while they maintain the moral high ground. But why does this happen? Why does it hurt? This is where we change the lens. This is where we shift the power. Right now, you might feel like their dislike is a flaw in you. You might think, if I was funnier, if I was smarter, if I was more like them, they would accept me. Stop. Listen to me carefully. Their dislike is not a verdict on your value. It is a reflection of their own internal friction. Imagine this. You are a mirror. When you walk into a room with your drive, your authenticity, or even your quiet confidence, you are reflecting back to them the things they have suppressed in themselves. Your light hurts their eyes. Your growth reminds them of their stagnation. Your presence is a quiet challenge to their comfort zone. In this sense, being disliked is not a failure. It is a training camp for your soul. Every cold shoulder is a chance for you to validate yourself instead of seeking it from them. Every short answer is an opportunity for you to realize that your words are too valuable to be wasted on those who won't listen. This isn't a social rejection. It is a strategic filtering process. The world is trying to move you away from the wrong people, so you have the space to find your tribe. Think about the selective interrupter. The person who always cuts you off mid-sentence. They don't do it to everyone. They just do it to you. They are trying to tell you that your voice doesn't matter in their world. But here is the strategic advantage. Once you see it, you no longer have to perform for them. You can stop auditioning for a role in a play that was never written for you. When you realize someone secretly dislikes you, a weight should lift off your shoulders. The mystery is gone. The vibe has a name. You no longer have to exhaust yourself trying to solve the puzzle of their behavior. The puzzle is solved. They are not your people. Read that again. They are not your people. And that is a beautiful thing. It means you can stop pouring your water into a cracked cup. You can take that energy, that focus, and that warmth, and you can turn it inward. You can turn it toward the people who hear your silence and understand it. The people who see your success and celebrate it without a hint of bitterness. You are a master strategist of your own life. A strategist doesn't cry when a path is blocked. They simply look at the map and find a better route. They realize that a no from the wrong person is actually a yes from the universe. It is an invitation to move higher. If they want to stay in the shadows of their own resentment, let them. You have horizons to chase. You have a life to build. You have a version of yourself to meet that is so grounded, so powerful, and so self-assured that the opinions of the secretly envious feel like dust on a windshield. You don't hate them. You don't resent them. You simply see them for what they are, a signpost telling you that you've outgrown this space. Here is the final truth. The most powerful thing you can do when you realize someone dislikes you is nothing. Do not try to win them over. Do not ask what you did wrong. Do not dim your light so their eyes stop aching. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep being the most authentic, unapologetic version of yourself. The right people aren't just out there. They are waiting for you to stop wasting time with the wrong ones. Walk out of that cold room. Step into the sun. You aren't losing a friend. You are gaining yourself. Now, take a deep breath. Look at the map of your life. You are in control. You see the signs. You know the game. And you have already won. Stay sharp. Stay strategic. Keep moving.